Welcome to Rissa Rocks It and Design by Geeks. Today we'll be learning how to assemble this lantern design. This particular template is the Ramadan lantern, available from Design Bundles Plus. I'll put the links to the SVG in the video description. And you can make it either 4-sided like this one or 6-sided like this one. Let's get started. Start by cutting out your pieces on your machine, and what you'll cut will depend on if you're doing 4 sides or 6 sides for your lantern. With the 4-sided lantern, you're going to want to cut the square base, and then you're going to cut 2 sets of the decorative piece and 2 sets of the vellum inserts. So each set is going to give you 2 sides, so for 4 sides you want 2 sets. Now if you're doing the 6-sided lantern, you're going to cut the hexagon base and you're going to cut 3 sets of the decorative piece and inserts. Now this design does have score lines, so Cricut users, you'll want to assign and attach those to your main decorative piece first. Now if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. Just check the link that I'm putting up in the cards for you and that'll show you how to do that. So the next step you're going to do is you're going to pre-fold the decorative pieces along the score lines. So you're going to fold all of them back except for this top rectangle, which is going to come forward like this. So you're going to repeat that with all your decorative pieces. Again, if you're doing 6-sided, there's going to be 3 pieces. If you're doing 4-sided, there's going to be 2 pieces. And this rectangle is the only one that folds the other way. And so on until all of the decorative pieces have been pre-folded. Now if you are going to be using the vellum inserts, you're then going to take that and glue it behind each panel. Or you can use tape as well. So you're just going to affix those behind each panel of your design. So here's what that looks like when you have your vellum panels in place. It's a little hard to see on camera since they are translucent, but you can kind of see that you can see my hand through there, but it's semi-transparent. Next, you're going to go ahead and assemble your lantern shape. So what you're going to do is you're going to put glue or tape along this side tab to then stick it to the next side. So we're just going to match up those sides. And then if we were doing the 4-sided lantern, we would then just wrap it around to meet the other side. But we're going to be doing the 6-sided lantern, so we're going to add one more piece. So just like before, we're placing glue along the side and adding our 3rd set of the decorative piece. And then to finish it, we're going to bring the 2 ends together. So just like before. Once the glue is dry, you can then add your base. For the 6-sided lantern, like we're making, we'll be using the hexagon. If you were doing the 4-sided lantern, the base would be the square. So at the bottom of your decorative piece, there are some tabs. You're going to go ahead and place glue or double-sided tape to those tabs to attach the base to the bottom. And depending on the size of your lantern, if you have trouble reaching in there to glue those tabs down, you can use something long like a pencil or like this bone folder that I'm using to help press the glue down from those tabs. Now I've made my lantern kind of small because that's just easier for me when filming, but when you're changing the size in your cutting machine, you can make it whatever size you need. Last, we are going to assemble the top. So at the top there is this rectangular section, and to the side is a little tab. You're going to use that tab to place glue or tape to then affix it to the side next to it. And just keep going around until you have all the sides together. Now all that's left to do is to drop in a battery-operated tea light or some fairy lights or some other non-heat light source inside. So we're just going to drop that inside using the opening at the top. And it's a little hard to tell because it's bright for my camera lighting, but when it's a little bit darker, you'll be able to see the light glowing inside. And then if you want, you can set this on a table, or you can add some string or something to the top to hang it like a hanging lantern. And that's all there is to it. And as you can see, it comes together pretty fast and it's pretty easy to make. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Bye.
We hope you liked this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe.